Hey guys, so today I thought I would go over a few of the commonly asked questions regarding being a full-time artist that I get from others or that I get from people who are looking to become a full-time artist. So I'm just going to be painting in the background here and I'm going to chat through everything. So number one, how do I work through creative block? Creative block is very real. It happens to me all the time. Sometimes it's halfway through a painting. Sometimes it's before I can even start. It just kind of depends on where I'm at in the process, and like how everything's going. So the way that I get through creative block is I usually just say screw it and I throw some paint on the canvas. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but most of the time if I have creative block, it's because I don't know where to start. And so I will put my canvas up, I will prep it and everything. I will pick some colors that I kind of like, even if it's just one or two. I'm like, oh yeah, that one looks pretty to me today. And I will literally start like throwing them onto the canvas. I'll take a giant brush and I'll wipe it on there. I'll take my spray bottle and make some drips. And I literally just start a background and I can usually gain inspiration from that background. Now, if I am getting creative block when I'm working in the middle of a project, that is a lot more difficult, and I have literally gotten creative block in the middle of a painting before, painted over the whole thing in white, and then done an entirely different painting. That is okay. Art is about being creative, and if you've gotten to the point in your artwork where you're like, I have nowhere else to go with this, and you've thought about it for a while and you've tried to work through things and everything, like that's just stop what you're doing and start over. It's okay to start over. Now, if you're not at the point where you want to start over and you're like, I think I could do something with this painting, and you're halfway through, then what you can do, I use Canva and I actually take a picture of my artwork midway through if I'm kind of like, I don't really know what to do next. I take a picture of it, I put it into Canva, and then I look up different elements, and then I kind of throw some different elements in there and kind of see like what I could put, like if I could put a flower over here, if it needs another animal, or like maybe do like a yellow glaze on it, So there's a lot of different things that you can do to digitally see your photo or to digitally see your artwork before you decide to dive in and do something different with it. Next is, where do you get your inspiration from? So I am an energy worker, and I have been, I see a lot of things that the average Joe doesn't see, to say it plainly. And that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from, because it's a lot of this beautiful ethereal things that really nobody else sees, and it's all in my head. And so to me, it's just an outlet to get that out. And every single painting I create, I have somebody reach out to me and they're like, oh my God, that's beautiful. That it looks like that's what my soul feels like. Or this made me cry. I love this so much. Like, oh, I feel this on a different level. Like everything that I create is meant to be felt at a depth that, I don't know, it just invokes some sort of emotional reaction. So that's my inspiration behind it. Also, I love animals. So the opportunity to paint animals is super fun for me. And I also love being creative and random and sporadic. And so this is a really wonderful opportunity. And this is why I chose this career path, because I get to be wonderful, chaotic, and creative in my own space, and I get to do whatever I want in there, and then it usually ends up being a cool painting. So that is where I generally get my inspiration from. People ask like what time of day I paint, which is I've never thought about asking somebody that before, but my peak hours are either when my daughter is in school, or like in the middle of the night, like between 8 and 10 p.m. or 8 and 11 p.m. I shine. That is, I am a night owl. I always have been. I've always done crafty stuff, in the evening, later evenings, and that's just like where I get my energy burst. So a lot of times it's like right after I send my daughter to bed, and then I paint for the next hour, 2, 3, sometimes 4. Sometimes I get lost in it and I look up and it's 1 a.m. and I'm like, oh, I should probably get some sleep. Next is how to develop skills. So there are a lot of art programs out there, and it's almost overwhelming if you look at them, if you want to get a professional art education and, be certified for anything, or get a degree in it. There's so many different avenues to go down. What I recommend doing is, you're probably going to know a little bit of like where you shine already. So like if you enjoy doing charcoal, if you enjoy doing acrylics, if you enjoy doing oils, if you enjoy doing watercolors, like you're going to kind of know, right off the bat, like what you enjoy creating with the most. So I would start there. If you love doing watercolors, look at YouTube and look at watercolor instructional videos. I literally got so many tips and tricks and hints and everything right here on YouTube. It is crazy. So I don't have any what I would consider professional art training. I have just been an artist my whole life, doing different various or through different various modalities. I did professional wedding cakes for a really long time, and I was always like the person they would go to for like the fine detail, or if we needed to do animals, things like that. So that's something that I've always just naturally loved doing, and I ended up being like good at it. So I just kept on going with it just to, see where it would take me. So anyways, yeah, I would recommend like start on YouTube University. And if you really start diving into something and you're like, wow, I really want to get more into this, look at specific art or specific videos dedicated to what you enjoy doing. And then a lot of them actually say like, oh yeah, like I got training here, or this is the university I recommend, or whatever it is. Like a lot of them have recommendations for that. Make sure that you just look up what you enjoy doing most, because you don't want to waste your time and money on something that's not going to be beneficial for you. Next is marketing and sales. I'm going to tell you right now, I am not great at this. I never have been, because I hate marketing myself. I am an artist. I am not a business person. But in order to be a professional artist, you have to have some business skills. So right now, I have my artwork in a gallery. I sell online. I sell through my social media. There's a lot of different avenues that you can take to sell your artwork. Start on social media. I tell everybody that first, and then go around to different galleries in your area after you have like 10, 15 pieces of art or something that you can show them, and just start to go out in your community and advertise what you do. You're going to be very surprised that so many people are like, holy crap, you made this? And people are interested in things that are handmade, beautifully crafted, and just coming from somebody else's brain. It's amazing. So those are my main recommendations for everything. I will try to do more of these too, because I get like so many questions. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Keep doing